back with another video. But before we get into it, like usual, these are my opinions, my thoughts. Don't get mad. Don't get sad. Let's go. What's going on, guys? So listen, all right? We're here to have the conversation. The conversation that the majority of the Call of Duty community just doesn't want to face. All right? The conversation that we all know needs to happen. And that conversation is, when is Optic going to make a roster move? We're saying this for a reason. I'm saying this for a reason. You got to understand. I've been a part of the Call of Duty community for some years now. All right? The best times for the scene, the best times for the Call of Duty esport is when Optic is a viable contender. All right? When they're a viable contender, their fan base, which, let's be honest, consists of 95% of the entire fan base that watches Call of Duty esports. Their fan base, when their team is a competitor and a contender, their fan base is what drives this esport forward. What I mean by that, we're talking content. We're talking, more importantly, viewership. I'm an Atlanta FaZe fan, okay? That's my squad. But I'm not delusional. I know that when Optic is a legitimate contender, it's the best thing for the scene. Content and viewership, that's everything. Especially as we move forward throughout these years, trying to make Call of Duty esports into the number one esport that we all know it can be. Optic right now, Optic Gaming, Optic Texas, they're the second worst team in the CDL. And it's not even close. All right, ignore the standings. Ignore the major two standings as of now. All right, right now I think in the major two standings they're 7th, I think, around there. Their last win was against Las Vegas Falcons. And no disrespect to the Las Vegas Falcons, but that's like a varsity team playing the freshman team. We don't take that seriously. All right? Fast forward after they beat Falcons in the minor two, their first minor two match, they have to play the Toronto Ultra, a legitimate team, and it wasn't even close. All right? That last control, it was close, I guess. But overall, the series wasn't even close. Overall, you knew who was going to win that series. Toronto Ultra 3-0'd Optic as if they were just playing ranked play. That had to have been the last straw. Okay? Enough of people getting into their feelings. Enough of these content creators get into their feelings. And you just have to admit the fact. Somebody has to go. This Optic roster has to make a move. There's no more, we got to wait. There's no more, let the team settle in. We've seen enough. You've seen enough. If you're a part of the green wall, you've seen enough. All right? Listen, one major fact that people don't understand or people don't even realize. What's the reason that everyone's trying to keep this team together? What's the reason you get this bickering back and forth on why Optic shouldn't make a roster move? It's because this current Optic roster are the defending world champions, right? I get that. They were the world champions in last year's game. Last year's game is not this year's game. As a matter of fact, what I want you to do as the viewer right now, as a Call of Duty aficionado, as a Call of Duty fan, what I want you to do, go on your little Google. I want you to find me the last time a Call of Duty roster won back-to-back world championships in Call of Duty esports. I want you to look that up for me. I'll wait. Actually, you know what? You don't have to wait. It's never happened. Never. Ever. It's never happened. So this narrative that Optic needs to stay together because we've seen the potential, they are the defending world champions, it needs to stop. They were the defending world champions in last year's game. MW3 and BO6 are two different games. Please understand that. And you know that. The content creators who are pushing this, you can't drop anybody on Optic narrative. They know that. Everybody on the flank who just doesn't want to say it, they know that. This team needs to make a move. If you're somebody like Hex, you know your brand, your organization revolves around your Call of Duty team. When your Call of Duty team is no longer a viable contender, you're lowering the overall just aura of your brand. And as a Call of Duty esport fan and someone that loves this stuff, I want to see the esport continue to grow every year. The esport needs Optic Gaming to be a contender. If they're not a contender, the fan base that makes up the majority of the fans that watch the CDL, the Call of Duty League, it makes them less interested. Less interested in even watching the streams. Lowering the profile of the CDL. The Call of Duty esports scene, the Call of Duty League needs Optic to be a contender. And with this current roster, it's not happening. The dream's over, guys. And you guys know who needs to go. You guys know who needs to go. And I know it hurts. I know you guys are timid on saying it, but it's got to happen. If it doesn't happen, Optic won't even qualify for champs. Imagine that. Listen, guys, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should they make a move? Should they not make a move? Who do you think they should pick up in challengers? Or maybe a trade? Let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take care.